Good morning, ladies.
Hey everyone, we have 4 minutes to go. I'm Alana.
I'm Peggy.
And we are Your Sweet AMAZE. Your Sweet Guys. If it's your first time on the channel,
welcome. We're shocked.
This is just a hey to the AMAZE. If you're not an AMAZE, keep scrolling. If this is your first comeback with GOT7, that's like super exciting and actually crazy to think about. And if we put ourselves in that position, it's unfathomable. You can't really picture it because it's been so long. And this is comeback like number 68 for us. So
yeah, just about.
Die Not by the Moon. We're in a whole new era. We're ready for it all. We're ready for
romantic.
We're ready for JB with his hair half up. Young Jay hitting notes. Everyone getting Romeo and Julieted.
It's a pile of princes. It's new GOT7 time.
It's new GOT7. It's not a good day.
It's a 5 a.m. reaction, folks.
Yeah,
take it into account.
And it's not 2 p.m. for us, or it's not 6 p.m. for us. Okay, like some places it's 5 a.m. Here it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's not those spring chickens we want.
Not the Ritz Carlton. Okay. Video's out. It's 5. So
why aren't our phones buzzing?
Like you should be able to hear. Did it happen?
Got it. Yeah.
Me too. Okay.
It's because
not by the moon.
It's the group chat we're in with GOT7.
Not by the moon. Blue moon. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping for.
Masquerade, circus, time,
William,
love,
Shakespeare,
romance, Britney Spears,
Juliet. Come and get it. GOT7. We're ready for success. The pre-orders are good. We're ready for some hot guys, some talented guys, best guys in the world. Can't get any better than GOT7 even if you tried.
Tweet. Good morning.
We're entering the new era right now. Stop. Dude, no notifications. Metronome. Some lookers, really. We know this. We got this. Here they go. No! Is he starting the song? Is Park Jin Young starting the song?
Oh, he looks ready to start it.
He's gonna turn and go.
Make that eye contact.
Ooh, and the no beat.
Have you ever seen a man?
Ooh, he's got a little bit of attitude in him. I gotta say. A different sound for Bam.
Yeah,
ooh. They sound so different. Died. Oh, King Jackson, Wang King.
Powerful dancing.
Ooh, on the ground.
Powerful dancing. GOT7.
It's so fitting for him to be wearing a crown. Oh, the differences. You're a fairy tale dream. It's a dream. Your face is a dream. You too. Oh, his voice? Do you guys see the faces?
It really looks like moonlight, you guys.
Hello? What is that? Is it? I make plans to be within you. Hello?
Look at your choreo.
And they made a moon! Ooh. Geniuses. I don't even...
Mark?
Calling. 911. Sick.
Ooh.
I love Bam Bam's hair. I just love it.
They're not fucking around.
And I feel the same. You're the reason why I'm alive.
Talk to us, honey.
There are a few people on this earth that look like Mark Twain, and there's one. It's him. I absolutely am living and dying. DYE for the contrast of the dark and the light.
I like this a little bit of
I'm sorry. Young Jay's at the front.
Young Jay.
And it's James. It's about time we got some Young Jay. Damn.
Oh. Hey, woke up.
You guys hearing that? You guys hearing that? The acting in his voice? Jesus.
I literally.
Ooh. Yup. You give him it never comes to play.
That's us for the bird. VampireDiaries.com/Jacob.
GOT7!
Get it, bitch.
So much footwork, so much leg stuff. Young Jay. Ooh. Whoa, you can face at the end. Pass.
And King of Accessories.
Hard,
you know what's
hard
so
pass.
Cool?
Hey.
They're hitting all those notes live.
Oh.
Where are we headed? What's going on?
Trap.
Hello. Oh. Into the country are we going? Are you... Don't sit like that, Gina.
And it's all they're inhaling.
All that dust.
Yeah.
And they're a group, aren't they? Aren't they quite the group?
Okay.
Things got really powerful there at the end. It started off very powerful, and the middle was also very powerful, and the end was very
really
powerful.
and I'd consider
I would
it
just
powerful.
like to say that the power was displayed.
Yeah. So I lift my hands and pray to GOT7. The switch that they have, that they turn on like it's nothing, where if you're a fan of GOT7 and you know their personalities, their music videos are crazy to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because like take Yugim for example, who is probably Yugim and Young Jay are probably the best at it, of like that's you are and you're an actor. You're so serious about it and so good at it and doing like in a smolder and you're looking and blocking and dropping and like they just transform themselves, like they do a full 360 to become different people when they're in a music video, and I'm like, I'm gonna DYE.
I think because they're so like normal and relatable and like weird as shit when like really in every other situation when they're doing stuff. Not to say that they're not, like they're very professional, we know that.
But when
like,
you're like,
when they get into music video,
you guys,
you're like, oh shit, this is what you do.
Yeah,
this is your profession.
And this is your job. You're born to perform. All right. Born entertainer.
Cool. You made me think we were real life friends there for a minute. Yeah. And here's the thing, you're nothing like us.
But are we? But are you we? Me?
We are dirt. And you are not.
We're the sand that was flowing by at the end.
We're the horse in front, clop, clop. Yeah. We're your sweet guys.
And we're over carry in the carriage.
We always have to do a second listen of the song because we for sure missed.
Because we just yelled.
We heard many notes.
We yelled.
I did see that it was like basically being like die, like
kiss of death.
Like it's dyed in the wool. Our love, romance.
Yes, yeah.
And so that's beautiful.
I will say, and this is just personal. Peggy probably feels the same way, just not as
likely.
That I have never seen anything like what JB did. Nothing. I've never seen, and you'd have nowhere else. You can't point me in the direction because the direction does not exist.
If we're talking about new eras, the cleanest new page is JB's.
Page, yeah.
Hey.
And he opened that new the book written by
He's doing it
himself.
Personally, professionally, musically, visually, across the board, baby.
That hair is crazy. The piercing's crazy. Your voice goes crazy, and
you can see that the confidence too. That with them becoming more themselves as time goes on. That in each of their own ways, like they become more confident in what they're doing, and like you can
and as a team where they like everyone's linking up and you can't break the bond, you can't break it at all. Speaking of can't break, Young Jay's vocals, unbreakable. You can't.
When he appears, you're just like.
They didn't even show him for like a good amount of time, and when he finally popped up, we were like, finally.
Oh, Young Jay.
Yes, just our main vocalist.
We've missed
you. And Mr. Underrated 3000. When people get like mad about things that are like, oh, this underrated this, and doing all like give more credit to, I feel like the main thing is Young Jay's vocals, but it can't hurt to include, and it should be talked about how beautiful Young Jay is.
Boy's fine as shit.
He is and you're hot, very good looking.
Good for you.
And you're good looking.
Good for you.
Bam Bam absolutely looks like he owns the whole industry.
Bam Bam is Bam Bam, and there's only one Bam Bam.
Yeah. Yes. He finesses every situation.
Oh, yeah. I like when he does his like soft rapping. When he does his little
it's like voice. He's kind of like singing-ish, sort of not really, but it's just whatever
like
he wants to do.
So he's just,
And booked. Yeah. Very booked, busy, rich, hot.
Exactly.
But he really carries himself with like something else there's a sparkle in his eye, and you're like, oh, you're good at this. You're so good at this.
Who has been nothing but himself for his whole life, and it comes right out of him.
Mark Twain.
I think Mark might be a true dark horse in the GOT7 land and in the musical land, because I feel like people forget how great of a performer he is a lot of the time because he's one of the more relatable people overall. Attention.
Yeah. No, seriously.
He's very modest
Seriously.
too. I feel like he doesn't boast about anything, like, and so he just kind of like does his thing, and you just like, you know, what you think of it.
It speaks volumes.
But he's
to see
he's
someone...
a real important part of the GOT7 vibe.
Yeah,
where the song shifts and like it moves into a different space.
Yeah,
that's Mark Twain's space.
But for someone to be so, I mean, if you know him, you know he's not like always quiet. But for someone to be like more on the quiet side, usually, to be in a situation where it's like there's acting and singing and dancing because that's your job, you would never know, because he's really, really, really fucking good. And he's probably
giggling between every take.
And sometimes it's just not fair for a person to look like that.
Speaking of not fair to look like that, Jackson Wang
in the chair
and the king that he is.
And who else has it perfectly set up, even more than Jackson? Jackson Wang, king. Did you crown here? King, you dropped this. Like, and I love sit in your throne.
He like, whenever he's in GOT7 mode, he's like, I ain't forget. I know where.
He's like, I'm not gonna forget where my roots are.
He makes so much growth personally and professionally.
Yeah. But he will never let you forget that I'm Jackson of GOT7. Doesn't matter, and that's what he is right now. That's where he's at, and that's where you can tell all his brain and body and soul is fully here right now, because he looked so good and he didn't come to play. And sometimes you have to avert your eyes, because if you look too long, you think he's gonna grab you out of the screen.
Yep.
He's gonna pop right out.
It's so funny to see him in scenes like that and like giving that sort of no GOT7 die pun intended aura. Because like back when we first started like reacting to him, it'd be like Jackson still had the running thing of like, I have hair, I'm not always wearing a hat, and like being like, he's so goofy and weird. And, like, he still is, but it's just so funny to see that like this is hit, like, for anybody who's coming into GOT7 in the last like year or two, that like this is what Jackson,
because that's when he made his switch from like, listen, I don't just tell jokes, I have different sides to me.
Yeah.
And he's put that into his work.
Everyone's known since the beginning that Jackson has a very certain unique charisma about him, and that it was going to bring him different places. And so over the years to see that actually happened, that now that he's that guy,
proud of him.
Sick.
So proud of him.
So sick.
And last but absolutely not least, Jin Young.
The opener.
Yeah. You could see it in his eyes before he even did anything. Literally. That he's an actor.
He's trying to catch a vibe. Look further,
and
right
delivered,
here.
signed, sealed, delivered on yours.
Setting the scene.
And he started it, and he came right up in his slinky ways, and he said, "And I will begin." Yep. And Act 1, here we go.
And I think for everyone who's gone through a lot of changes and stuff in GOT7, that I think for him, the fact that he has been pretty much exactly the same the whole time.
Our concrete man, he said.
Steadfast. And he's always emphasized GOT7's long-term growth instead of doing things quick and fast and loud and whatever. That he's like, we're here and we're going to do what we do and we're good at.
Let's
proven.
use our brains and read books and be smart about this. And we don't need fast growth. Let us do what we want. We're good at it.
Yep. And my hair and eyebrows will always be fantastic. You can count on that.
And they'll be here to stay.
He was singing, like, he was using different parts of his voice in the beginning, too.
Yeah.
That he's getting more confident vocally. He's getting more adventurous vocally, I guess I would say.
And guess what? It's overall gorgeous. It's GOT7. The G in GOT7 stands for gorgeous. They are a perfect group. You can break it down any way you want in attempts to prove us wrong. But you will not be able to. We're going to need to watch this again. Listen to it again. We have an entire album that has dropped. It's really hard to pay attention to 3 different things when
if you've known us at all over the years of supporting GOT7, you know that it takes a couple times for us to absorb everything, because there's too much to get, and we get very excited. And there's 7 angels, 7 wonders of the world. We care very much
in one video. No one is doing it like GOT7. I know that's overused, but not when it comes to them.
We are here for this.
Truly, everyone has gotten got. Beautiful vocals. Can't believe that people still aren't into them, and we'll say that till the end of time, is that you should love GOT7. If this is your first comeback, it better not be your last.
Hey.
Not by the moon, baby. Okay? All right. Bye.